thank you for attending the presentation on VOICEcorps. Our presenter today is Lulu Townsel, and she has been a volunteer with VOICEcorps for 7 years now. She's an avid public speaker who conveys specific ideas from clients to their customers. Development from studies and broadcasting, Toastmasters, and cosmetology serve to add structure to her presentation as she engages audiences of all ages. Lulu loves volleyball, karaoke, and sweet potato pie, just right in time for Thanksgiving. It's so nice to have you with us today, Lulu. And I will put the full screen up so that viewers can see you, and I'll let you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Beth. And also thank you Forever Dublin for allowing us to do this presentation today for this very helpful service for a large part of our community that tends to be underserved. I'm here to talk to you today about VOICEcorps Reading Service. This company was established in 1975. It is a nonprofit and is completely designed to help the blind and visually impaired with daily tasks, to live independently, and also to be an active part of the community. We do this by using readers to read periodicals, magazines. There are sports and news topic podcasts, and something as simple as grocery store ads. This entire process is done volunteer basis with readers. They read from home on their own recording equipment. Let me tell you the short and sweet about VOICEcorps Reading Service. The best part about VOICEcorps Reading Service is that we submit to you a registration form. Once you complete that form, you will receive a radio. With this radio, you can tune in and listen to a full schedule and lineup of all the programming available. If at any time you are not using this radio, or if you choose to not use the service any longer, you can simply return it to us, and we will provide this materials for other readers to take advantage of. Once we send you the registration form, also, you can give us a $20 donation. However, this is not required. I also have volunteered as a VOICEcorps reader for a number of years. I want to give you some details on some requirements if you would like to volunteer as a reader. They include having a personal computer with a microphone and internet service, having a quiet place to record your programs, also having a basic understanding of computer operations. And for my own personal tip, I'd like to add a caring and giving heart of service. It is my honor and privilege to donate my voice and any other talents to serve people that I don't even know. If you know someone who is interested or could benefit from the VOICEcorps Reading Service, I have some information for you. They can be reached by telephone on 614-274-7650, and their website is www.voicecorps.org. I would like to remind you that the registration form and the items for the radio are also available on an audio CD, so that you can easily and quickly get set up and begin taking advantage of VOICEcorps Reading Service. I would like to open up this portion of the presentation for any questions or insight that you would like to provide.
I had a couple questions, Lulu. Since it's just the two of us here now at the recording, how long they fill out the application, they can mail it in or they can go online. And what's the average turnaround that they could receive a radio?
The average turnaround time would be 4 to 7 business days. That would include shipping. It depends. VOICEcorps Reading Service is based in Columbus, Ohio. So let's say you had a person who was interested in receiving a radio in Cincinnati. It simply would be a matter of the shipping times.
Okay. And I think I understood it was a $20 donation per year, so there's no cost to the radio.
Correct. There is no cost at all. And the donation is encouraged, but it is not a requirement.
Wonderful. I think that's and so 1975, and who started the service then?
I do not know the name of the originator of the service. Since I have been there, I have been under the direction of Amy Billerman and working with Chuck Atkins. And I know for a fact they've been there for an extended amount of time with the organization. I was born in 1974, so quite frankly, I can't tell you that part.
You're young. Well, so wonderful. So someone would fill out an application. Is there a way to get the application to them, to mail it to them if they would wish to do that? They could just request it at the Voice Corps, 299 2955 West Broad Street. They could get a mail-in application.
Absolutely. They can stop by. Well, actually, you know what? Due to social distancing, I wouldn't recommend stopping by. However, they can simply call the 614-274-7650 phone number, or
Okay.
they can send an email to info@voicecorps.org. Either way, one of the representatives like Sherry would be able to get in contact with them and help them fill out the registration card if it's not possible for them to do it visually themselves. But the whole idea and the whole intent is to get as many people signed up as possible as listeners as well as readers.
And then I did want to ask about the 24-hour schedule. That's amazing.
Yes.
You have programming you're saying 24/7.
24/7. A lot of it is pre-recorded. So
Certainly.
It may come on like there could be someone reading out of a bestseller novel at 4 p.m. and then it could run again at 10 p.m. Let's say, you want to, you get off of work and you're just starting to relax, you get a cup of tea, you want to listen to, someone read a couple of chapters from your favorite book. You can tune in at various times to hear it if you happen to miss the first showing or the first airing of the podcast.
Are there any special, when you have like Christmas or some kind of a special occasions, do you have some special readings at poetry or something like that?
Oh, yes, we always celebrate the holidays, finding different and new ways to celebrate, recognizing different cultures and how they celebrate through the holidays. It is a grand time to get involved with VoiceCorps right now because you'll be able to take advantage of all of those things. You would have a worldwide view of the celebration of holidays, some personal stories, as well as some jokes and some funny things that we could all kind of have a camaraderie in celebration of the holiday season. I definitely would recommend you guys becoming involved as a reader or as a listener.
I also had a question too then. The Columbus Dispatch is such a wonderful, we're privileged to still have a newspaper. Some cities no longer have newspapers. And does someone read that page cover to cover?
Absolutely. We would read particular parts of the newspaper. There was a time that I had a particular show and I covered all of the editorials and some of the personals. When there are horoscopes and jokes, it could be an editorial on a local issue, like with city council. There could be some parts of like a Dear Abby question and answer type of part, even some of the comic strips. So there are shows that read the classifieds. There are shows that read the Metro, the cooking sessions. We cover all parts of the same things that you would if you had regular vision and you were just scrolling through the paper. This allows our listeners to be active and be a part of the community, to have a pulse on what's going on locally and nationally.
Oh, that's super. Do you have people that do the
crazy about VoiceCorps? That's part of the reason why I'm so crazy about VoiceCorps, for an opportunity to help someone stay in tune with things that are going on. There's no reason for them to be separate from any part of society.
And how about crossword puzzles? Would there someone be able to read the crossword puzzle and give the clues? Do they ever do those?
There would be someone to be able to give some of the clues. However, it wouldn't be like the traditional way that we would do the crossword puzzle. It would simply be kind of a reading some of the clues, and kind of giving some hints to help people kind of guess on what different parts it would be. But they wouldn't necessarily be able to visualize how they would correspond, vertically and horizontally. But it's still pretty cool how they have the questions in there and the way that they're written to kind of spark some curiosity and to kind of enlarge their vocabulary in a lot of different ways. It's actually a pretty cool experience. for both the reader and the listener.
Well, it's VoiceCorps Jeopardy.
Very much so.
Good. Yeah. Well, I think that's a great overview. I hope that we'll have some people that will listen to this video and learn how to engage with VoiceCorps. And I
Yes.
certainly hope that I can bring some residents with Forever Dublin and engage them in VoiceCorps as well. So thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate Lulu Townsel of VoiceCorps, and thanks again.
No problem. And if you don't mind, Beth, I'd like to run over the contact information just one last time, just for the people that may have missed any parts of it or that are listening and cannot necessarily see the screen. I would like to go over the phone number specifically because that is a very quick and direct way to speak with someone at VoiceCorps. Their direct telephone number is 614-274-7650. And if you are able, you can go to their website at www.voicecorps.org. I want to thank you, Forever Dublin. Thank you, Beth, as well. And super big thanks to VoiceCorps for being an outlet to serve the community for myself. It is a truly rewarding experience, and I hope that you know someone who can take advantage of this particular service, allow them to have their own independence, and to have a pulse on the part and state of the community. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Lulu Townsel.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.